How do I lose belly fat? How do I lose belly fat? How do I lose belly fat? This is a question that first plagued me when I first started my healthy active lifestyle and continues to plague many of my clients. You're watching Emeroy TV, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 4 ways to lose belly fat. Now, before I share with you the how in losing your belly fat, let's take a deeper look at 2 distinct types of fat that your body has: subcutaneous and visceral fat. The type of fat that everyone tends to focus on is the surface fat, subcutaneous fat, which is the fat you see under the skin. This is the type of fat you see in the thighs, abs, hips, back. There's also a second type of fat you can't see, which is called visceral fat. That's the type of fat that surrounds your organs, such as your heart and your liver. This type of fat can actually be more problematic than subcutaneous fat, even for skinny people. Not taking care of your visceral fat can lead to type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain cancers. So while it may be a genuine concern to get rid of the subcutaneous fat, the surface fat, remember this. I feel like a cliche saying this, but beauty is skin deep. I know, cheesy. Now, let's take a look at the 4 ways you can beat belly fat. Get your pen and paper, let's get going. You might be surprised how simple these answers are. Number 1, exercise. We all know that exercise is important to lose weight. The more vigorous the exercise, the more it's going to cut back on the visceral fat, and it slows down the growth that tends to happen throughout the years. My suggestion for this is that you exercise at least 3 times a week for 20 minutes. My absolute favorite exercise when I first started was the Kettle Bell swing for 20 minutes. Combine that exercise with my lean and fit nutrition program, I went from this to this. Not too bad, huh? 2, nutrition. Here's a quote: "The food you eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison." I like to keep my meals simple: 1/3 protein and 2/3 veggies and complex carbs. Let's face it, there's no magic diet in losing belly fat. Number 3, sleep. There was a recent study showing that for people who at least slept 6 to 7 hours gained less visceral fat than those who slept less than 5 hours. Sleep wasn't the main factor, but it was definitely a contributor to it. And lastly, stress. We all deal with it. It's what we do with it that matters. Most people don't always make the best decisions, in this case food choices, when they're in this state of mind. My recommendation of this is talking to a friend, meditating, or doing number 1, exercise. Of these 3 choices, I'd say exercise is best because it fights both obesity and stress. That's it. 4 easy ways to fight belly fat. Now before I go, make sure you hit subscribe so you can be first to get new videos, and share this with a friend. And if you haven't gotten my report on the top mistakes that keep you overweight, click on the link below so you can get your hands on it right now. Thank you guys for watching Emeroy TV, and I'll see you next time. There's also the fat you can't see.